Sometimes, almost, always late, boring work, how to pass time, a look in the mirror, and you feel that you are not Mr. as successful as you desired. Monotony makes you feel you are caught in a rat race. There, you are doing the right thing right now. This book will help you think differently. It will make you believe in yourself once again. It will help you get more fulfilled, more conscious. However, before we start, let's know something about the person behind this book. Shyam Taneja is a graduate in science from Rajasthan University and a Bachelor of Electrical Engineering from IIT Roorkee. He is an alumnus of IIM Ahmedabad. Before setting up the Unnati group of companies, he's had more than 25 years experience in various organizations. For the last more than a decade, he has been living with a mission: touch a life, make a difference. Let's see what Mr. Taneja has to say about time.
Do you know what the greatest waste on this earth is? It is untapped, unexplored human potential. Time is one resource that can make you extraordinary. It can make you successful. This book, Time is Not Money, will help you understand the concept called time and how it is a key resource to success.
As Mr. Taneja puts it, this book, Time is Not Money, will help you improve your personal and professional effectiveness, quality, and control of your life. This book has got everything that will help you nurture positivity and rejuvenate your mind. However, before you start flipping, ask yourself a question. Are you able to take adequate time out for things which you consider as important in your life, such as fitness of body, alertness of mind, connectivity of soul, healthy relationship, growth of business, and self-development? The most common reason the majority of people give for not doing what needs to be done is shortage of time. However, can this excuse help us live our entire life?
What is life? Life is a process of evolution and value addition. So, quality of life must be measured by the level to which you have evolved your consciousness and the value you have added to yourself or to others around. We all have 1,440 minutes every day. How we use these minutes will determine the degree of success we achieve in life.
The control of this time is your own responsibility. And to this, the greatest power humans are endowed with is that of freedom of making a choice.
If you don't consciously choose to grow, you will decline by default. Choice always will be yours. Blaming others or circumstances is a sure sign of failure and downfall. For growth and success, the only way to live life is to choose to be accountable. Be responsible to take an initiative for the situation that concerns you. Life offers only two phases, either of growth or of fall. Status quo is like a mirage.
A person needs to stop looking at this mirage, because this mirage stops one from being successful. You are born to succeed. If success is eluding you, it is not because of circumstances or other people or lack of opportunities or money. It is simply because you have not committed yourself to be a success.
Success does not come by accident. It is earned by working on pre-decided goals. Success is a journey and you have to build your road to success continuously. The key resource for success is time. Take care of minutes. Hours will take care of themselves.
But what should be done to take care of time? It is simply to do with planning. Planning is thinking forward in time.
You don't find time, you plan it. Remember that if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. In absence of planning your time, you are taking chances with your life. Remember that planning and prioritization needs your clarity of two things. One, where you are at present, and two, where you want to be in time to come. Without this clarity, effective planning is not possible.
However, this is not the only thing. There is one more thing that needs to be done with the change. As Mr. Taneja puts it,
Universe is changing continuously. Change is also changing. In the knowledge age, speed of change is unbelievably high. You have to run to stay in the same place. Learn to manage change, to manage your time and your life better.
about time, there is this famous saying, time is money. But Mr. Taneja has something else to say about it.
Heard it, time is money? I don't think so. Observe yourself that most people are very conscious of money, but equally careless about time. I have changed the old adage. I say, time is not money. Time productively used is convertible into money.
The effective use of time can change your life and can help in overall progress and development.
Life is beautiful. You can enrich the quality of your life by balancing all areas of life. Life is unfulfilled until you make it fulfilling by working on goals in all areas of your life: body, mind, soul, career, family, and society. The greatest obstacle to managing time will always be within you, in your habits and attitudes. Habits die hard, and attitudes need persistence to change. There is no way you can manage your time unless you become conscious of your habits and attitudes that hinder your growth. Make a commitment to change and you will master time. It is all in you.
Your life is in your hands. Replace the I cannot and how will I with I can, I will.
Just remember, I can suggest that you have vast potential, mostly unexplored. I will suggest that you have commitment to have, become, or be what you desire and deserve.
It will make you think and make you act because
This book will help you rediscover yourself once again. Why take a chance with your life when you have the potential to have, become, and be what you desire and deserve? Let events not happen to you. Create these. Don't let the life be governed by chance. Take charge.
time is not money.
I can, I will. Welcome to this webinar today on the 30th of December 2014. Let me talk about Unnati, which I represent. Unnati is an organization which is committed to helping people explore their potential, and when they begin exploration, they start achieving their dreams. So, Unnati has been named Unnati Institute of Potential Exploration Private Limited. It's an organization which has worked with more than 10,000 people, more than 700 organizations in the last 16 years. Are you able to get me? Hello, Arun Kumar is saying something. Arun Kumar, are you able to get something out of this? Are you able to receive the signal? Okay, let me move on. Rakesh has responded that he is receiving the broadcast. My name is Shyam Taneja, and I happen to work with Unnati, and mission of life is to help people explore their potential and achieve their dreams. And I keep saying, touch a life and make a difference. I can, I will is our standby arrangement with us all the time. We are saying through I can, I will that we all have tremendous potential, and if we commit ourselves for the purpose in mind, we can and we will. And it is not only applicable to one individual, it is applicable to everyone who is alive. Humans have tremendous potential, unbelievable potential, and we hardly use very small fraction of it in living our life. I remember reading somewhere that Einstein was asked this question, okay, what is the potential usage he did? Einstein replied very nice reply, I like that. Einstein said, he was like a pebble on the seashore. Thank you, Arun Kumar, that you responded. It's very clear. Einstein said that he was a small pebble. It means he was using very small potential percentage. Now, if Einstein was using very small portion of his potential, I wonder, and I ask myself, how much do I use? And I think I have no answer, because we hardly use very small fraction of it. Although we are designed to be human, we live like human and even degrade ourselves most of the time by not using our full powers. Okay, 2014 is moving out, and we can see that in the next 2 days it will be out. 2015 is round the corner and it has already arrived, I would say. I think it gives us an opportunity to think about our life there are certain times of a year which can become a catalyst for us to think, what am I doing and whether I am on the right path. Similarly, December, when it dawns on us, we should start thinking that how we want to create our next year. And I think today is the best day, today and tomorrow, that if we have not been able to catch up, we should now think of planning in the next 2 days what and how our next year would look like. I will ask you that would you like to make your 2015 plan and make it the most successful and fulfilling year of your life so far. Every coming day gives us an opportunity to do what we want to do, and therefore every year also gives the same opportunity multiply. Since it is the right time for thinking about 2015, I'm raising a question to you that would you like to plan and make 2015 as the most successful and fulfilling year of your life? I am not only using the word successful, I am also saying fulfilling, and I have a reason. Success, if you define, is achieving a goal. But sometimes in the mechanism of setting and achieving goals, we forget that life has many components and it is not only business and money. Life has dimensions like family, career, society, ourselves, our relationships. So when I use the word fulfilling, I would say, would you like to plan and make 2015 the most balanced and successful year of your life? So balancing makes it fulfilling because life has to be lived in all dimensions. Most people think that money and business or career or profession alone is important. I would say it is important, but I think there are other dimensions which can make life full. Those are relationship with children, relationship with parents, relationship with spouse, relationship with society members. Those are your own body, mind and soul, the conditions of these three dimensions of life. Those are your successes in career, achievements in career. So it has come. Would you like to make it? That's the question saying. I think this is an important opportunity for us to improve the quality of life and also create growth in business or profession. And that will happen through consciously deciding and working on the goals we have in life. So I am using a bit of presentation slides which you are able to see, I believe, and therefore I will flow along with that. If you have any questions, print on the chat box and I would look at, or maybe my colleague Rohit will look at, and I will try to answer your questions if there are. Okay, let me come back to the slideshow. It's an opportunity. I will ask to think about this, what I am saying in the next slide. My experience of working with thousands of people in terms of developing their potential to maximize their usage, I found there are two types of people. The one who find how will they succeed, and there are other types of people who keep explaining why they are not successful. Have you come across such people?
There are people who think very empowering. Empowerment is that they think of the solution to the issue or the challenge they are facing. And on the other side, majority of people have explanations or excuses or reasons why they are not successful. You will have to ask yourself which category do you believe in that. Another category of people, two types of people, there are people who have reasons. They have reasons to succeed means they have a purpose to succeed. And unless there is a reason or a purpose, the goals don't move forward with speed. It becomes a matter of taking chances. And the second category of people is the people who have excuses for their failures. They will tell you a long list of reasons or excuses why they failed. Similar categorization, I have found that there are people who have clarity of their goals, and there are people who have no idea where they are going, why they are living, and where they are going. I remember there was a survey done in probably, I guess it was Yale University of USA. After 25 years of graduation, the survey people contacted each student who had passed out from Yale University 25 years ago. And they found, when the survey was completed, they found 3% people were very, very, very rich and fulfilling. About 10% people were rich, wealthy. About 67% people were living by, just living by, and the balance were living on subsidies or government sanctions. And the survey further revealed very interesting fact that the first two categories, 3% and 10%, very, very rich people were 10 times wealthier than number second category. And they found out what was common in these four and what was not common in these four categories. The survey found that first category of people, 3% people, were having written goals with them. They knew where they were going and what they were trying to achieve. 10% people, who were the next category, which was wealthy category, these people had clarity of written down. So it is amazing to realize the fact that just by writing goals, it makes a lot of difference. Why? We'll have to get into details. What is the benefit of writing, which we can explain sometimes. But just writing makes people away from 10 to 3% and they become very, very successful. The last category of people in that survey was people who had no idea what they did not know what they were to do in the period 25 years hence when they passed out. The first category people, 3% people, knew and had written goals that what they would like to do and what would they be doing 25 years hence. It makes sense, therefore, to decide what you want to do in life. At least decide and write it down. What would you like to achieve? What would you like to become? What would you like to be? If you don't decide, decision will still come. Maybe it will not be your decision. It will come from people and circumstances. Choice is always yours. Whether you want to decide or you want your life to be run by circumstances and other people. Let's come back to the slide. Two types of people I was talking. There are people who persist for their success. If somebody succeeds in the first attempt, I'm very sure their goals are not. I'm very, very sure that people succeed when they have very small goals. Those who have stretch goals are most likely not to succeed in the first attempt. Most likely, they will not be successful in their first attempt. So therefore, I keep saying that success and failure are two ends of the same continuum. If you have a goal and if you are working towards the goal, you will succeed if you achieve that goal. But if you don't achieve that goal, I feel very good that you have, it looks, stretched your goal and therefore not succeeded in the first attempt. So when you are unsuccessful in your stretched goals first time, you will get tremendous learning out of that situation. And that learning incorporated in the goal next time will create a possibility of your success. And that can keep happening for many times. I believe I read somewhere that this is Thomas Alva Edison, when he was inventing incandescent lamp, was making experiments. It is believed that he made more than 10,000 experiments before he succeeded. Every time he was stretching himself to find and to create something, he was not succeeding, but he was learning. And he was incorporating that learning into the goal next time, and next time. And this next time happened 10,000 plus times. And ultimately he succeeded. So there are two types of people. Thomas Alva Edison type of people who persist for their success. And there is another category of people I have come across. They have two challenges. One, either they don't start, they keep thinking, they keep talking, but they don't start on the goal. And the second category is, within that is, they start but don't persist and quit thereafter. So you have to ask yourself which categories you belong, because success will always demand that you go into the category number one. There are people, category one, who decide and commit. They take a decision and make a commitment. And the second category is, either they don't decide, or when they decide in such a way that commitment is not kept. So I keep saying, decision means setting up of an alarm. But when the alarm goes off in the morning, the commitment comes forward. Commitment is on the anvil and on the check. Commitment is when one gets up. Decision many people take. Deciding is only part of the story. Keeping commitment is the success story. So you would have to check whether you decide and commit, or whether you decide and no commitment. Because category one only succeeds in life. So my question to you is, are you committed for success in your life, or do you find excuses? If you are committed, I'm sure if you have made goals, I will consider you as committed people for the next year. But if you have not, time is still there that you can start thinking of setting up goals for the year 2015. And we have a very special planner designed for that. We call it Success Planner. This planner is specifically designed for people who are interested, who are committed, and who would like to create some kind of a mark in their life. While living their life, they would like to leave something which is worth living. That planner is available on Amazon.in. I think you'll have to log in Amazon.in and ask for Success Planner or I Will Planner or maybe Diary. Probably, I think Success Planner is the one which will probably show you very quick. I'm referring to you because that's the question I have raised. Are you committed? If you are committed, you must have already made your goals in your planner for the year, because this year is almost gone. Only a day left of tomorrow. So time is less, but one day is enough for creating at least some kind of goals for next 2015. Let me do a small survey. Guess how many people make resolutions every year and successfully follow them? These are single choice questions. On your screen you can see that. "100% people, 60%, 67%, 35%, 12%. Okay, so not 100%, but 67 and 35% people feel. The survey says that possibility is, by your estimation, that 18% people and 36% people. Guess how many people make resolutions? So many people make resolutions and keep them. So 80%, 8 out of 10, 7 by 10 people. Okay, let me close. Before launching Banner in the year 2003, we had done a small survey with some people. It was about 100 numbers. And we found most planners are gifted and not purchased. It means in our country, purchase of a planner is not very popular. We also found that most planners go only up to, which are used only go up to 7th of January. After 7th of January, the possibility of usage goes down. Most planners. We also found in our survey that majority of planners not used land up at homes and where accounts for the milkman or accounts for the washerman's clothes is kept. Of course, situation would be different today because there are gadgets available in which we can use technology and plan. But I think planning as an idea is not very appealing in India. It looks to me by my survey. I'm generalizing based on very small numbers, so I may be wrong also. But I guess you would be able to find out people around you, those who are doing jobs, can find out how many people carry a planner with them, how many people use a planner or a diary for running their day-to-day activities. In my experience of thousands of people, it's very low number. At the most, a notepad is used for writing what we are doing today and what we have done today. But actually, that is not enough for managing the time, if you call it. So, a question comes, do you make resolutions every year and drop them? So, we did a small quiz on that and we found out that we have, within this gentry, we have 8 out of 10 saying people use, majority are to resolve and keep the resolution. My experience with thousands of people is that very small number of people make resolution. Very small out of those who make resolution keep their resolution, and maybe it's high time for us to do a small survey, a documented survey, and share it next time. That what is the reality on the ground, not a reality on this small audience. Okay. What are those resolutions we are talking about? Some common resolutions are weight reduction, fitness improvement, self-development in relation to developing self means self-development which could improve knowledge or development of skills. There are monetary related issues which are also used as asset creation is also one of the resolutions, creating assets, buying a house or buying a property. Then there are resolutions in relation to relationship. Then there are resolutions in relation to development of typical skills like learning computer, learning English or something similar to that. There are very, very small number of resolutions used for advancement in career, but there are, I have seen many people using advancement in career as a resolution. There are some facts which we have collected. There are 88% of people who make resolutions fail, they quit. 52% of the people strongly believe that they will keep the resolution. Although, even then, 88% people who make resolution fail. And not only fail, failure is called when they quit. Not only they are unsuccessful, but they are failure, they quit resolution and they forget about resolution. And most of the time when I meet these people, they are frustrated to that extent that they don't want to talk about those resolutions. I have seen people resolving to quit smoking. I have seen people resolving to reducing weight. I have seen people resolving to spend time with children. But 5, 6 or 7 days past January and gradually everything fades away. And one simple reason of that fading away is that they don't use a written system with them. That's why I mentioned this planner is a tool which probably can help you to recall, to remember, to track the performance. Why it is very simple? They are not committed. Those who don't keep their commitments are numbers in my experience. Numbers. There are large number of people who don't achieve, they don't meet their resolution, they don't fulfill their desire, they don't fulfill their wishes, they don't achieve their goals because they are not committed. So they just make resolution, and in absence of commitment. Now remember that commitment will be enhanced by using tools. When we do not have proper tools, one of the issues we face is that we forget those resolutions. And it's very human. If I ask somebody that, what did you eat about 3 days back, it's very difficult to recall. It means our memory is designed in a different way. We make resolutions today, we are in a kind of a hot situation, sitting on a hot seat, we resolve, we think, we plan, and we just don't commit to a system. We keep it in memory and therefore it goes out. In the next 5-6 days, gradually that goes down because we have not written, we have no system to recall. And number two, any resolution, just remember, will ask you to go out of your comfort zone. And going out of comfort zone, not many people, most people would not like. And therefore, when they start realizing the reality on the ground that to keep resolution, they will have to get out of their comfort zone, it's easily forgotten. It's forgotten for, we find that 7th January onwards, gradually resolutions fade away. So, if you wish to improve your commitment, you must use some tool which can remind you that you have committed, that you have decided, to resolve, you have decided to achieve something, you have resolved to be some different person. Unless that resolution comes too often in your mind, it is very likely that you will not achieve that. Because decision and commitment are two different things. As I said, there is a difference between decision and commitment. Deciding is different. Deciding is more of emotional, and it's an activity which mind does. What is the price to be paid? So decision comes when we only focus on the benefits and we don't focus what is the price to pay for keeping that decision. And commitment says when you commit, you are not only seeing the benefit, you are also keeping in mind what is the price to be paid, and you are ready to pay that price. You do pay the price, and that is what is commitment. There is a difference between the two. And I keep in lighter modes that when you set up an alarm, you are deciding. But when it goes off in the morning, what happens? So I've made a small slide for that. This slide is not coming. Are you able to hear me, or connection is out? Okay, let me go from here, 19 to 20. Okay, I think I jumped one more. There's some problem with the source. Okay, so we are jumping from straight from 18th to 20th. Now, my question to you, listener, is this your challenge too, that you are not able to keep commitment, or you are not able to decide, or you are looking for a system which can help you to keep your commitment? What should be done? Let me explain to you how commitment can be enhanced. Commitment comes when you have motivation. Motivation, when I write a split of two words, motive, and it's so simple that motive and action, when they are together, there is motivation. Motive is a goal, a purpose, uh, an objective, whatever you call it, a mission. And action is, action is the physical movement out of done performed by body with the help of mind. So whenever these two components get together, motive and action, I feel motivation takes place. Now most people are action oriented and they're doing things without specific motives. They may have motives vaguely in mind but not very clearly defined and not written down. But motivation demands that you have to have motive for motivation. In addition to action, we must have a goal in mind. We must have an objective in mind. So, if you want to convert your decision into commitment, you must have motivation, which will come by not action alone, but by clarifying your motive. Now, motive begins with asking a question: what is the motive in life? Do you have a purpose in life? That's the question which will prop up. Do you have a purpose in life? Out of purpose in life, the purpose of the year 2015 will become clear. Unless the larger is clear, even if you make small yearly, may not or may be aligned to the larger purpose. Therefore, we have to deal with the question, do you have a purpose in life? And the next question will come, do you know the way your life should flow? How do you want your life to be lived? What kind of relationship would you like to have? What kind of body you would like to have? What kind of mind alertness would you like to have? What kind of education would you like to have? What kind of upliftment would you like to have? What kind of social life? What kind of career and professional life would you like to have? All these things, what you would like to have, you will have to plan. And that will decide how your life will flow. Now, if you do not plan, then you are giving or you're taking chances with your life. Because life will unfold. The events of life will keep unfolding every moment. And if you have not what is to be done, somebody will run your life. And that somebody could be your family member, your society member, or your circumstances. So you have to raise the question, do you plan the way your life should flow? Do you use planner? Do you use any planner? Whether it is electronic, whether it is paper planner. If you do not plan, so beautifully said, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. And planning has to begin with the planning of life and then long, and then it has to come to the year. We're talking about 2015. Therefore, I will come back to 2015, but 2015 has to flow from long-term intents you have in line with the purpose of your living, in line with what would you like to achieve in life. If you don't take a decision by fear or by ignorance, you live the life run by somebody else. Let's discuss a bit about the success planner I was talking. It helps you plan your daily activities in accordance with your vision for life. It helps you become a fulfilled person. Now, Success Planner, as I said, you can order on Amazon.in by just typing Success Planner, and probably it should be there in your hands in the couple of days next. And once you buy that Success Planner, you will find that it's asking you to write a statement of your life. Unless you have a statement of your life, it is very difficult to write the goals of the year. Therefore, if I will not talk about daily activities because they come far later, we will begin with mission and vision statement. Now, I understand it is not easy to formulate a vision and mission statement in just one sitting, but there is always a beginning to something. They say journey of 1,000 mile begins with step number 1. So you start taking step number 1 and it will someday end. So vision and mission is not easy to formulate. I understand. I took 3 years to formulate my vision mission statement. You may take less or more depending on your commitment, depending on your knowledge, depending on your knowledge of the subject. But you start writing some words which you would like to be true for yourself, and you will gradually become more clear. Having defined the vision, mission, or having at least thought through vision and mission, you will have to come to deciding what would you like to have as long-term intent. Now, life is not one dimension. Life, we say, is like a wheel, and wheel has a hub, a rim, and spokes. We compare hub of a wheel with our body, mind, and soul combination. It is the one which grips the axle, and the energy of axle is transferred through the hub to the circumference or rim. Hub is body, mind, soul. These 3 dimensions are in your complete control. Then we have spokes of a wheel, which is, we say, is in relation to wheel, and in relation to, we say, their relationship. And through these relationships, we spend our time in 3 dimensions. One is family, the other is career or profession, and the other is society. So if you split the life dimensions into 6, you will find body, mind, soul, family, career, and society. So long-term intent has to be mentioned and written down for all 6 dimensions, because single dimension will give you probably success in that dimension, but will always keep you unfulfilled, because life has to be living in all and balanced way. So the next step after writing vision and mission will be writing long-term intent. From the long-term intent will flow yearly goals. So the goals of 2015, and from the goals of 2015 in all 7 dimensions, I will say, because relationship is also another dimension representing spokes. From the yearly goals, you will derive monthly goals each month, and from each month goal, you will have a plan drawn every week. Every week there is a break, so-called Sunday break, and every week you begin a fresh cycle. So month goal has to be split into 4 or 5 weeks that are workable to achievable plan is to be made for the goal of the month. And once you have planned your week, your daily activities will automatically get defined. Therefore, when you go to career, profession, business, or whichever way you consume your time in career development, you will find that your daily activities would have already been defined much in advance. You don't have to go and find out what is to be done. You are aware what is to be done in line with your weekly plan. which is in line with your goal, which is in line with your yearly goal, which is in line with your long-term intent which you have decided to reach the statement you have written for yourself. So life becomes very simple and smooth. But of course, achieving daily activities and sticking to the plan is not easy because it makes you initially very uncomfortable. When people are not used to and they have to plan, it is an exercise of shifting from comfort zone to uncomfort zone, which is not easy for everyone. And therefore, probably that is the test of the time. So, as I said, probably you will have to, if you do not have, you will have to get back to Amazon.in and search for Success Planner 2015. And if you are successful in ordering, and if they have stocks, because we manufacture very limited number of planners, you get that planner, write your vision and mission statement, write your long-term intent, decide your yearly goals, and out of the yearly goals, monthly goals will have to be also decided. Then every week you have to, 52 weeks of a year you have to plan, and out of that plan will flow your daily activities which will make you successful, 100% sure. Therefore we are saying this is not an ordinary planner, it is success planner. It's a planner which helps you succeed in your life. I mean, the most common word I have come across in debating the subject with people is they all want to succeed. Excuse me. I have come across this word because every human wants to succeed, more success in time to come than what they have achieved in life. Therefore, we have named it Success Planner. It's a planner with seed in your life, and success will come as steps. So let's see if you can use the planner and become little more successful in the year 2015. So we say that make 2015 as the best so far by planning and executing that plan. Thank you very much for spending time with me. There are few minutes left and I leave these for some questions. You can put it on chat. Okay, since there are no questions, I will goodbye. Have a nice year end and I wish you a great 2015. Shabakhair. Bye bye.